We just studied the Sutram 1442, Sadhakatamang Karanam, which defines the Karana-sanya, and we saw the example Ramena Banena Hato Vali, where Bana gets the designation Karanam because it is the most helpful or effective in accomplishing the action. Immediately upon use of the arrow, the action of killing Vali was accomplished. Now we continue with that example and we take the Sutram 2318, Kartru Karanayos Tritiya, which assigns the third case affix to that which has the Kartru-sanya or the Karana-sanya. And let's not forget that the entire section 2.3 of the Ashtadhyayi is governed by the adhikara of anabhite, which starts from 231 on down. So the Vritya Sutram says anabhite kartari karane cha tritiya syat, which means the third case affix tabhyam bis is used to denote karta, the doer of the action, as well as karanam, the instrument of the action, provided the doer of the instrument has not been expressed otherwise. Before going on, let us recall the Sutram which defines the Kartru-sanya. That Sutram is 1454, Swatantra Karta. The Vritti says, Kriyayam Swatantrena Vivakshitoortha Karta Syat. Means whatever the speaker chooses as the independent principal source of action is called Karta or agent. The Sutram we already studied when we were studying the causative verb forms, because we needed the designation Karta in order to define the term Hetu by 1455. So at that time we took this Sutram 1454. So we are already familiar with this designation Karta. It is that participant in the action which the speaker chooses as the independent and principal source of the action. In our example, Vali was killed by Sri Rama by means of an arrow. Sri Rama is the independent actor. He decides how he wants to use the other participants in the action. He decides when to use the arrow. The arrow does not decide how to use Sri Rama. Sri Rama decides how to use the arrow, when to use the arrow. So he is the independent actor, and that is what is termed as Karta. He is also the principal actor, because without him there is no action possible whatsoever. The others may be replaced possibly. He may have used something else to kill Vali. That is possible. Without Sri Rama there is no killing of Vali. So that is another test of which karakam gets the Kartru-sanya. He has to be the independent and principal source of the action, of course as expressed by the speaker. Okay, now coming back to 2318, Kartru Karanayos Tritiya, and coming back to our example, Ramena Banena Hato Vali. We already saw how Bana gets the designation Karanam by 1442 and Rama gets the Kartru-sanya by 1454. But there is the condition of anabhite. So we have to be careful before we use 2318. We have to make sure that the agent or the instrument is not already expressed by something else. Here what we have is we have the participle hataha. As per 3470, tayoreva krityaktak Khalarthaha. The affix kta is used karmani in hataha. So it expresses the object Vali. It agrees with the object Vali and not with the agent Rama. Similarly, there is nothing here to express Bana, the instrument. Hence, Rama as well as Bana takes the third case affix. In this case, ekavachanam ta by 2318, Kartru Karanayos Tritiya. And then by 7112, ta nyasinyas Minatsyaha, ta gets the inner adeshaha. All the derivational steps we are not repeating again because we have done them many times before. The main topic here is the basis of assigning the Titiya Vibhakti, and that is the Sutram 2318, Kartru Karanayos Tritiya. Now to highlight the importance of the condition anabhite, let's look at some counter examples here. Anabhite kim harih karoti. Here the Karta Hari is already expressed by the verb karoti. Karoti already tells us that the agent is a third person singular agent. So the agent is already described by the verb karoti, and hence 2318 cannot apply because the condition anabhirte is not satisfied. So then as per 2346 Pratipadikaarthalinga Pariman Vachanamatre Prathama. Hari takes the first case affix, in this case Ekavachanam su, in the sense of Pratipadikaartha Matre. Similarly, in Pachatiti Pachakaha, the karta pachaka is already expressed by the krit affix nvul, described by 31133, nvul trichau, which we have studied, and hence 2318 cannot apply because the condition anabhita is not satisfied, and hence the first case affix su is used as per 2346. So these are two examples where the karta is abhitaha. Let us take now two examples where the karanam is abhitam. The first one is khanatya neneti khanitram. Khanati anena iti khanitram. Here the instrument karanam khanitra is already expressed by the krit affix itra, prescribed by the sutram 32184. Arti lu dhu su khana sahachara itraha, which we have studied, and hence 2318 cannot apply because the condition anabhita is not satisfied, and by 2346 khanitra takes the first case affix su in the sense of pratipadikaartha matre. Similarly, in udho ratho yena saha, udharatho nadvan, udha rathaha yena, by whom the chariot was carried, was drawn. Here the bull, Anadvan, is the instrument by means of which the chariot is drawn, but he is already expressed by the Bahuvrihi compound. Udharatha. The Vigraha Vakyam, the explanatory sentence of the compound says Udho Ratho Yena Saha. Even though we have not studied compounds yet, we can clearly see that Yena tells us that the instrument is expressed by the compound, and hence 2318 cannot apply because the condition anabhita is not satisfied, and therefore the first case affix su is used as per 2346. We get the form udharataha. So these examples show us how it is very important to keep in mind the adhikara of anabhite when applying the sutram 2318 Kartri-Karanayos Tritiya, or in fact any sutra which is in the third quarter of chapter 2 of the Ashtadhyayi.